My name is Lynn Wooten, and I'm the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs at the Ross School of Business and a Clinical Associate Professor of Strategy, Management, and Organizations. I've known of Jeff since I was a PhD student because he was a rock star and everybody used to talk about Jeff and his research on creativity. And when I joined the faculty in 1998, I started teaching an undergraduate consulting class on knowledge management, and I connected with Jeff because I wanted to have a creativity component. And from that point on, Jeff and I have had a partnership or worked as a team. He was just fabulous. The thing that I appreciate about Jeff is he's always willing to contribute his knowledge. And not only does he take that knowledge and contribute it to your situation, he customizes it and pushes you to think about it differently, about how to be more creative and how to be more innovative, and what are the strategic implications to the stakeholders you're serving. Oh, Jeff. I have one word to describe Jeff and then I'll elaborate on it: energy. You know, Jeff is a bundle of energy. He has what I call extraordinary executive presence. He comes in the room with a lot of energy and he energizes others. I think a second word I have for Jeff is challenges. Jeff challenges you to go beyond the status quo, to bring out the best in yourself, the best in your team, and the best in your organization. And then finally, what I really like the most about working with Jeff is he's value-centric. He not only thinks about strategy and innovation and organizational culture to make organizations better, he thinks about what are the implications for the leader's values and the organization's values. Jeff has influenced us in he was on the faculty retreat team, and he's doing action-based learning courses for our BBA students, really getting us to think about that extraordinary organizations have to manage the four tensions of collaborate, compete, control, and create. And so whenever I'm leading, I'm thinking about what quadrant am I operating from? Is it the right quadrant that I'm operating from? And where do I need to go and how do I create balance? Last year, Jeff was our keynote speaker for our undergraduate orientation, and he challenged our students to think about Innovation U. So one aspect that I think about of using the framework and the research that Jeff has done is getting young leaders to think about who they are and how you apply the competing value models to their own personal leadership journey. And we were so excited about Jeff in orientation that we even built upon that this year and used the competing value model. And Jeff was able to share that work with the University of Windsor in Canada, and now they've adopted that model for their undergraduate business orientation and their MBA program. So Jeff and I are not only colleagues and partners and worked on clinical work in the nonprofit sector, but we're kind of like office mates. We're like dorm mates. We live next door to each other when I'm in my faculty office. And I think my favorite thing about Jeff is that, and it's just not one story, Jeff has advice about everything. I mean, he's just really good about giving you advice. It could be about my 17-year-old son. It could be, a gift for my husband, where to go to dinner. But I think the best thing that I like about Jeff's advice is he's thoughtful and he cares. And he brings such positive energy to whatever he does.